Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Prime Time Max on the Debate with Arnab. And it's time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. A response is in the making, I tell you. And Pakistan better hear it loud and clear. An overt operation has to come. We're going to hit back. Earlier today, the Director General of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, R.R. Swain, has said that Pakistan is using terrorists in an attempt to destabilize the region to create a sense of fear. He has said that the forces are preparing with all their resources to give a befitting reply to Pakistan. And shortly after, we had news about a huge meeting. The Prime Minister chaired a very high-level security review meeting with top officials from the Jammu and Kashmir police security apparatus. He had a meeting with the National Security Advisor, Foreign Minister, everyone. Rest assured, the last time India struck back at Pakistan, they went silent for 5 years. That is the only language, ladies and gentlemen, that Pakistan understands. Let me quickly, ladies and gentlemen, quickly take you through the headlines before I go into my main debate tonight. After back-to-back terror attacks in the valley, the Modi government plans to give it back to Pakistan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks to NSA Ajit Doval, Home Minister Amit Shah, Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha reviews the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir. The POXO case becomes former Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa's worst nightmare as the Bengaluru court issues an arrest warrant against him. B.S. Yediyurappa meanwhile applies for anticipatory bail at a special court.
टैंकर्स में जितना पानी इस्तेमाल होता है वो करीब 5 MGD पानी। टैंकर माफिया पे बिल्कुल लगाम कसी जानी चाहिए, चाहे वो हरियाणा के बॉर्डर के पार है, चाहे दिल्ली के अगर इस पार है।
Water shortage in Delhi reaches very critical levels, magnified by soaring temperatures exceeding 48 degrees Celsius. The national capital is scrambling for every drop of water, but our politicians are very busy passing the buck, playing the blame game. Prime Minister Modi, accompanied by a high-level delegation to attend an outreach session of the G7 summit in Italy tomorrow. The session is to focus on issues relating to artificial intelligence, energy, Africa and the Mediterranean. Today, it is absolutely undeniable that Pakistan is behind the 4 terror attacks in the valley which have happened within 96 hours. And the proof is in the pictures. The proof is undeniable, ladies and gentlemen. The Prime Minister chaired a very high-level meeting with the Home Minister, the National Security Advisor. Earlier today, he also spoke to the Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor before leaving to attend the G7 summit. It's quite clear we are now shifting on the offensive foot. It took us less than 2 weeks to respond to the previous acts of terror, and I am of the view and the firm opinion that it is high time to mount an overt military response against Pakistan once again.
The proof of Pakistan's hand in the Kathua terror attack is in the pictures. A satellite communication device procured for Pak forces are seen in the hands of a Jaish commander neutralized by Jawans in Kathua. The Prime Minister today chaired a high-level meet regarding the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. During the meet, the Prime Minister greenlit the deployment of full spectrum of counter-terror capabilities.
हम एकदम से दृढ़निष्ठ हैं, हम प्रतिबद्ध हैं कि हम इनको मुंह करारा जवाब देंगे, चुन कर एक कर। हम ज़्यादा तो तादाद नहीं हैं, हम इनको मार गिराएंगे और हर एक की लाइफ स्पान जो है अंदर घुसने के बाद उसको छोटे से छोटे कर देंगे और इसको ख़त्म कर देंगे।
Pakistan, beware, because India won't keep quiet. In 2016, we retaliated with surgical strikes within only 11 days of the Uri attack. In 2019, we carried out the airstrike in Balakot within 12 days of the Pulwama attack. 4 terror attacks within 96 hours in the valley. India will not watch silently. Another overt military strike against Pakistan is coming.
I have guests from what I would have called them the Chinese state of Pakistan, because they've effectively become Chinese spokespersons, all of them completely at the bidding of China. General Sanjay Kulkarni, Major Gaurav Arya, General G.D. Bakshi and Brahma Chalani from the Indian side. From the Pakistani side, Arzu Kazmi, Abdul Samad Yaqub of the PTI, Major Yasir Janjua, Dr. Irshad Ahmad Khan, and Uzma Kardar, spokesperson of the PMLN. Uzma Kardar, see, you are in an absolute and frightening mess. You need money. The Chinese have told you that if you need money, you need to do some things, and you've sent your jihadis. But are you willing, what would be the better word, Gaurav? Ready, right? Are you ready for what we are going to do to you? Because the last time we hit you, you expected China to help you, they didn't. Did they come to help them, General Bakshi? Did the Chinese even remember, Gaurav, that there's a country called Pakistan when they went crying to them, Gaurav? Did they, General Kulkarni? No. The Chinese called them when we blasted them in Balakot. Did the Chinese help them then? Did they help you, Uzma ji? So when we hit you this time, Uzma ji, I can have you on air. When we hit you this time, which is going to be soon, the Chinese won't help you. Can I put her on air, Uzma ji and Arzu ji? Gaurav, can you hear me? Are the Chinese going to help them?
No, not at all, Arnab. They've never helped anybody.
What is the problem with you guys? Why are you all the time blaming Pakistan for anything that goes wrong in India? For God's sake, nobody even knows here what is happening in your country. We are not pushed. You have messed up your country yourself. You have alienated the people of occupied Kashmir. They are not happy with you. They don't want to be with you, like so many other people who don't want to be with you. So therefore, it can be an independent movement from their side. What do we know? We have nothing to do
Where
with
is
it.
Hafiz Saeed?
And if you want to,
Where is Hafiz Saeed?
fabricate, prove,
Where is Hafiz Saeed?
everything. Well, I saw.
Where is Hafiz Saeed? Uzma ji, don't avoid my question. Where is Hafiz Saeed?
No concrete proof.
Where is Hafiz Saeed? Where is Hafiz Saeed? I can't hear her. There's a long delay. Can someone switch off their TV there? Where is Hafiz Saeed? Where is Hafiz Saeed? Which is the base of the Lashkar-e-Toiba? Which is the base of the Lashkar-e-Toiba?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can the windows be fixed, please? Tell me one thing. Which country is the Jaish-e-Mohammed based in? Just answer the question. See, Uzma ji, there is no point. We are going to hammer you nicely. But you will need to answer these questions.
You can live in a fool's paradise. There is no such thing as hammering us, for God's sake. Act like an adult. Don't act like a child. And don't start, bringing China into it. If it's your issue, there is terrorism in your country. There is terrorism in our country also. Not less than a week back, 9 of our people got killed. There was this one captain who got killed in a terrorist attack. Should we say that India is the one who attacked us? What's wrong with you guys?
where is
For
the
God's sake.
Uzma? Don't shout.
Hold your
Uzma ji, don't
horses.
shout.
Hold your horses.
Uzma ji,
For
don't
God's
shout.
sake.
Don't scream. Don't lose your cool. Remain calm.
Look into your.
Remain
look
calm.
Into the mess
Don't
which you have
lose
created
your cool.
yourself in your
You
country.
1 minute. Uzma ji, I know your situation. Uzma ji,
You do not respect.
why are you
do
speaking
not
over me? Why are you
respect
being
the
rude with me?
independence of anybody.
Why are you trying to be
You
rude? Why are you
people don't
behaving like a
stay with you.
Pakistani with me?
Why do you implicate Pakistan all the time? We are not interested. We are not interested in what's happening in your country. You can take care of it
General
yourself.
Kulkarni and
We
Gaurav.
have our own problems.
That's
we are
what we.
dealing with
So
our
then,
problems.
Uzma ji, now don't speak over me. Thank you. We will deal with our problem. Okay, and our problem is you. So we are going to hit you. We are going to hit you. We are going to hit you very soon. We are going to hit you very soon. We are going to hit you hard. We are going to send some great technology over. We are going to send some great technology over like we did last time. We are going to make you cry. We are going to make you cry. We are going to make you beg this time. But we are not going to let you
no,
go.
thank you very much. Thank you
Okay,
very
Gaurav,
much. That
Gaurav,
might
what's
be
coming?
your DNA, it's
Gaurav,
not
you can
an
give them a
argument.
preview of what's
Your
coming.
best.
What's our thinking?
Okay, we are a
so,
nation that has pride, and we are a
Uzma ji,
nation
can
that is
I?
talented.
Yeah, absolutely. Very impressive. Thank you, Uzma ji. Thank you for your opening comments now. With your permission, I'd like to talk. Arnab, the Prime Minister has said, first of all, congratulations to everybody. NSA Ajit Doval is going to be the NSA for the next 5 years. So that is a clear message, first of all. The second thing is that full spectrum is what the Prime Minister said before he took off for the G7 summit. And full spectrum, to the best of my knowledge, I have my seniors here. General Kulkarni is here, he's my senior. General G.D. Bakshi sir is my senior. Full spectrum means both sides of the LOC, Arnab, as far as I understand. Full spectrum does not only mean counter-terror operations in 16 core area. Many people think it's going to be isolated. The Prime Minister says full spectrum, and when the Prime Minister says full spectrum, then, Uzma ji can say whatever she feels like. That's all right. She's entitled to her opinions, and she has every right to state her opinions. I'm just saying what the Prime Minister of India said. You heard the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir talking. You will hear a statement from the army very soon. It's going to be a short, cryptic statement from the army as usual. They're not very verbose. And then they will start. Operation Sarp Vinash was done in this area. There's a place called Hilkaka. And my seniors would know it, Surankot Hilkaka area.
Yeah.
In 2003, during summers, they did Operation Sarp Vinash. This is going to be far more than Sarp Vinash. Far more than Sarp Vinash. And I frankly don't know if the sanctity, so-called sanctity of the LOC will hold this time.
They will
That's
not.
all I want to say.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
So I think that the resolve here this time is such that the issue has to be dealt with a sense of finality, and it has to be multi-pronged, as you said in military language, full spectrum. In terms of timing, last time within 10 to 11 days is the period when we hit back at Pakistan, and it is our state policy to go in for a very strong military response, which, as the Prime Minister has rightly said, and we all support the view, कि हम जो हमारी military policy है, we don't dig tunnels, हम घर में घुसकर मारते हैं. And it is in these circumstances that we assess the geostrategic weaknesses of Pakistan. It's not just financial. I'm sure General Sanjay Kulkarni will give a more comprehensive view of the way it is looked at in terms of military options right now. General Kulkarni, there are a range of options we have.
Arnab, at the very outset,
Sir.
see, first and foremost, it's absolutely essential that the costs have to be made extremely high for Pakistan.
Yeah.
Pakistan has all along been the hub of terrorism. Pakistan has been using terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Pakistan recently had its delegation up in China, and with Xi Jinping talking about human rights violations in Kashmir. Imagine, today he's talking about human rights violations, knowing fully well what's happened happening there in the Xinjiang province of there. So we find Pakistan, and you just see the kind of terse congratulatory message also coming from their Prime Minister to our Prime Minister. Obviously the reply went terse. So that's the way Pakistan needs now to be told that it's not the way. If you want talks, the terrorism has to go. You can't have talks and terrorism together because it's impossible. This kind of things, you know, Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, all these proxy fronts called the resistance front, all of it is nothing. But the ex-servicemen, Pakistan is using their ex-servicemen, infiltrating. What if we were to do that, and what if we were to strike at their bases in Pakistan? Pakistan wouldn't know we said to look for north. Pakistan must realize that we are neighbors, and if we are neighbors, we must behave very well with each other. Nobody needs to tell us how to conduct ourselves. Definitely not Pakistan in a dire economic situation, militarily off balance, politically off balance. And at this point of time, I think Pakistan mustn't at least involve and indulge in this cross-border terrorism and wanting to use Jammu and trying to create a divide between the Hindus and the Muslims.
But there's obviously
That's
pressure.
Not the way Pakistan should be doing.
General Kulkarni, there's obviously pressure, General Bakshi. General Bakshi, there's obviously pressure that the Chinese have put on the Pakistanis, you know, and this has happened after Shehbaz Sharif's visit to Beijing. So obviously it has been done on the nudging and the request of the Chinese. Having said that, General Bakshi, I would like your assessment, since you're very good at war gaming. I have two questions for you, General Bakshi. First is, what do you think, to whatever extent you can share, you're a very well-informed person, of the nature of the response that we are going to have? We have a new army chief who's just taking over. Second point is, what in your assessment is the degree of Chinese involvement which will follow our attack on Pakistan?
Arnab, the simple fact of the matter is,
Sir.
the government has also just announced the next army chief.
Sir.
He is an infantry soldier. He happens to be from my regiment of
Sir.
the Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. He spent a lifetime fighting in Jammu and Kashmir. He was the Northern Army commander.
Sir.
The best qualified man for the job at hand, right? Arnab, this is a meticulously planned Pakistani operation with Chinese products, right? They have deliberately tried to escalate. Now, if Pakistan wants a war, this is the most opportune time that India could have to give it one. Its economy is teetering on the brink of collapse. Just one limited war, Arnab, and this state is going to be flushed down the tube of history. Just one. I think this is the best favor they could have done to us by needling us, provoking us right now. Right? The government wanted to is bound in duty to take back POK. I think now is the time to do it. You are asking for it, and you will get it in your neck. And let me tell you, we have taken adequate care of our Chinese friends. The force deployment against the Chinese is not something they can wish away. You know, we should, Arnab, now stop talking of Sarp Vinash. Sarp Vinash, I was there when that happened. You know, Sarp Vinash was an internal operation. We
Correct.
now do not need consequence management on own side of the border. That is normal. That will be done. We have to hit across in a manner that hurts, in a manner that raises costs and consequences for Pakistan. The time is opportune. Here is a country teetering on the brink of economic collapse.
We need to push
And
them
if
over
their
the
army
edge.
is so stupid as to want a confrontation now, they must get it.
Uzma,
We must fulfill their aspirations.
I
of
agree.
Going down
And-
as a failed state. I think they have done us a great favor.
Brahmachalani and-
the Pakistani ISI and
GD.
the Pakistani military. And China will not be able to save you this time.
Yeah, that is the point, our assessment right now. What the Pakistanis are assessing is that their big brother China will come and help them after India hits them. But if you look at precedent, Major Janjua and Arzu and Abdul Samad Yaqub, if you look at the past, the Chinese have never helped you when it matters. When the Indians are hitting you back, when we are bleeding you, when we are killing your people, your soldiers, when we are bombing you, you have never received help. There has been no help for you since 1971 when the Americans tried and then they backed off. The point I'm trying to make is for 53 years. Now you can fool yourself. But the fact is for 53 years, every time India has hit you and you've gone to the rest of the world asking for help, they've not even given you their sympathies. How do you expect things to be different this time? Somebody from Pakistan must answer that. Don't be so nervous.
Well,
Speak
I
up.
can answer you if you want.
Speak up. हिम्मत रखिए, हिम्मत रखिए, हौसला रखिए.
Very long-standing relationship with China, and that relationship you people cannot swallow. You people cannot even swallow the fact that Pakistan is a sovereign, independent state, and Pakistan has the 5th largest standing army, a most professional army.
Chalo,
And you know, the kind of
Gaurav.
threats that you are hurling
Gaurav and
at us shows that you people, are scared. You're scared.
I will.
You just won't intimidate us. But let me tell you that Pakistan
Arnab,
is a nuclear country. Pakistan
Arnab.
has its own standing in the world. China has been our ally since 1965, and that you cannot tolerate either. But
Where
it's a
was
reality.
China?
Accept it
Yeah.
and swallow it.
Where was China after
Threats are
Balakot?
not going to
Where was
make
China
any
after
difference to
Balakot?
us.
Arnab.
You know,
One minute. Major.
You people can do all. You people will fabricate all
Where
kinds
was
of
China
evidence
in 1971?
just to give you an excuse
When you lost half your
to
country.
attack Pakistan. Well, try attacking Pakistan. We are going to pay you in the same, we are going to give you a taste of your own medicine, which you will remember.
Uzma ji, we picked up your country. Uzma ji, we picked up your country. We picked up your country and we broke it into 2 pieces.
You have got a total
Your country
misconception
broke
there.
into 2 pieces. कुछ नहीं कर पाए आप कुछ नहीं, आप बोल ही सकते हैं, आप बोलने के अलावा कुछ आता नहीं आपको. The question is, what is the precedent? Major Janjua, how do you expect the Chinese to come in for you this time when they haven't in the past?
Arnab Goswami, I was laughing when I saw Gaurav Arya laughing. एक ही बात करते हो, घिसी पिटी बात करते हो रोज, and you have nothing new. Before you say something, before you come on air, ask your research team to do some research and give you the correct figures. Balakot, you take pride in Balakot. It's shameful for you to talk even of Balakot. The entire international diplomatic community was taken to Balakot and shown what you did there. And you take 12 days, you think you took 12 days or 13 days to respond?
Days.
After Balakot,
after 45 days you took them to Balakot. After 45 days.
Gaurav,
Yes.
patience. Gaurav, patience.
Yes.
Gaurav, patience. Patience, Gaurav. I did not speak or interrupt when you were speaking, so I will
Okay.
appreciate if you don't.
Okay.
You have a
Fair
right
enough.
to
Fair
say
enough.
what you want to.
Fair enough.
Okay? Let's follow the rules.
I just
of
want to
the
ask
game.
you one thing before you continue, if you don't mind, sir. I am, your emotional entanglement with the Chinese. I wish you all the best, because after all, today 30% of students in Pakistan learn Mandarin. There are more people learning Mandarin than Urdu. But be that as it may, 1 minute, allow me to complete my point and then respond. As you are going to be a country of Mandarin speakers, I want to ask you, where were your Mandarin speaking friends when we hit with our surgical strike on 28th September 2016? Arzu, you came on the channels at that time and said, we will hit back. Aapne hum par surgical strike kiya, we are going to hit back. Now, from 28th September 2016, I am waiting. Major Janju, I am waiting. 8 years,
Arnab
you are not,
Goswami,
8 years.
What are you waiting?
I'm waiting to see when you are hitting back, when the
Which
Chinese
kind of
will help
surgical
you.
Strikes
I'm
you
waiting.
do. This is not a Bollywood movie, Arnab Goswami. कभी आओ खुशबू लगा के फिर तुम्हें बताएंगे जिस तरह हमने अभी
आपकी तो ट्रेजेडी चल रही है अभी फाइव चाइनीज
कभी
आपको मैं
आओ ना खुशबू लगा के
मुझे मैं एक बार पाकिस्तान आया था I'll tell you one thing I came once to Pakistan and it was so bad let me tell you my personal experience अरे चुप रहिए ना मैं जब पाकिस्तान आया था एक बार बताता हूँ आपको मैं So, Gaurav, I went to Pakistan, I think 2001 or something when the SARC was going on and there was some meeting there. I had the unfortunate experience of going to Pakistan. Now, when I went to Pakistan, these Pakistan TV people, they held they organized a dinner. I was horrified, Gaurav, Brahmachalani ji. It was winter and there were 200 Pakistanis without clothes, without a shirt. In the cold, it was raining and they were meant to do this to welcome the guests. I saw that level of slavery. There is slavery of poor people in their country and I felt what a horrible society that is. What kind of a society is this where you exploit poor people, where they exploit poor people in the cold, you make them stand there doing ji-uzuri to guests. It's embarrassing. I mean the kind of unfair slavery you've done of your own people. While your Pakistani generals enjoy, you've got anyway. I don't want to go to Pakistan. I don't want to go to Pakistan because anyway I don't think you're developed enough for me. Now my question is, avoid my question. Don't avoid my question. Did the Chinese help you?
I think you should stick in India.
Okay, last 10 years,
Can I say something?
last 10 years, Arzu, last 10 years we have hit you at least 100 times. Tell me one occasion when the Chinese have helped you.
Well done.
Arnab, first
Tell me
of
one
all,
occasion.
Chinese are not our friends. They
Ah.
are actually our bosses. So why will they come and help us?
They are your
Boss
bosses.
कभी आते हैं help करने के लिए.
They are your bosses, you are saying.
Yes, exactly. This is
ये
what I
इनको
said.
बोलिए, जंजुआ को बोलिए.
Chinese are our bosses. Of course, हम उनसे पैसा मांगते हैं, projects मांगते हैं.
Well done.
तो वो हमारे friend कहाँ से हो गए?
well done. सच्चाई बोली है पाकिस्तानी ने. सुनिए, कह रहे हैं अब हमको हेल्प क्यों करेंगे, हमारे बॉस हैं. Arzu, listen to her. Let her speak.
One thing more I want to say. Just give me 30 seconds just. I want to say that if Pakistan wants to do anything for this region, we must hand over Hafiz Saeed to India. हमने अगर उसने कुछ किया नहीं है, वो इतना इनोसेंट है, तो हमने उसको 31 इयर्स की जेल क्यों की है, हाउस अरेस्ट क्यों किया है अगर उसने कुछ नहीं किया तो व्हाई डोंट वी जस्ट फिनिश ऑल दिस. ये जो मैस होता रहता है उसके बजाय हम उसको इंडिया को हैंड ओवर क्यों नहीं कर देते हाफिज सईद को.
इरशाद जी बोलिए ना, चुप क्यों हो गए.
आप हमें एविडेंस दें उनके खिलाफ.
आपने 31 इयर्स की जेल क्यों की है?
बहुत बढ़िया,
बताइए ना.
बहुत बढ़िया.
क्या दूं मैं?
हिंदुस्तान को मामू जान लगते हैं कि इनको दे दिया जाए. वो एक दीन की तालीम देने वाले हैं, उनके मदरसे हैं, उनके स्कूल हैं, उनका बहुत सारा काम कर रहे हैं. और दूसरी बातें कर रहे हैं कि चाइना
मदरसे कर रहे थे, नेक काम कर रहे थे, तो 31 इयर्स के लिए क्यों हाउस अरेस्ट?
मैं आप लोगों के बीच में नहीं बोला हूँ, मैं बीच में नहीं बोला हूँ, मुझे सुनिए आप. दूसरी बात आप कर रहे हैं कि चाइना हेल्प करेगा या नहीं करेगा. पहले तो यह है कि हम आपको नाको चनक चबाएंगे और आपकी गर्दनें तोड़ेंगे. अगर हमें जरूरत पड़ेगी तो वाकई यहाँ चाइना हमारे लिए आएगा. हमारे जितने भी दोस्त जो हमसे प्यार करते हैं, जिनके साथ हमारा ताल्लुक है, जो हमारे अजली दोस्त हैं, आप तो अजली दुश्मन है, मैं तो हमेशा ये कहता हूँ, क्योंकि आप जहरीले तीर छोड़ते रहते हैं, कर कुछ नहीं सकते. जो भौंकते हैं वो काट नहीं सकते. मैं ये कहता हूँ आप लोग बोलते रहिए, आप हमारा कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकेंगे. पाकिस्तान एक अजीम मुल्क है, एटॉमिक पावर है. और मैं बार बार ये कहता हूँ मेजर गौरव, तकलीफ बहुत होगी क्योंकि आपको पहले भी दुम पे पैर मैंने रखा था परसों. आप जो कुछ बोलते हैं कर कुछ नहीं सकते. जो करने वाला होता है हम खामोशी से, जिस दिन भी मारेंगे हम खामोशी से मारेंगे, हम छुप के वार नहीं करते. और जो ये कश्मीर में करते हैं आप खुद करते हैं. मानिए इस बात को, झूठ मत बोलिए. आप हमेशा एक जहरीला एक तस्वीर बनाई हुई है बच्चे की. हाँ हमें अफसोस है, वो इंसानों की मौत हुई है, वो लोग मरे हैं, वो इंसान मरे, वो इंसानियत मरी है, और मरी आप लोगों की वजह से, आपकी बेइज्जती की वजह से मरी है। आपकी फौज ने मारे, मैं बार बार एक ही लफ्ज दोहराऊंगा। और दूसरा मेरा
आपको कंडोलेंसेस ऑफर करना चाहता हूं।
2 मिनट सुनिए, 1 मिनट बोलने दीजिए।
आपको कंडोलेंसेस ऑफर करना चाहता हूं।
1 मिनट मुझे बोलने दीजिए। मेजर मैं नहीं बोला।
30 सेकंड सर, आपको एक बात बोलनी थी इंपॉर्टेंट। एक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज है सर,
बार बार एक बात
सर, एक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज है। ब्रेकिंग न्यूज ये है कि मैं आपको कंडोलेंसेस ऑफर करना चाहता हूं सर। कंडोलेंसेस इसलिए ऑफर करना चाहता हूं कि रेहान मारा गया है। आपका छोटा भाई जैश ए मोहम्मद का टेररिस्ट रेहान मारा गया है सर।
हिंदुस्तान
आई एम फीलिंग वेरी बैड फॉर यू, प्लीज एक्सेप्ट माय कंडोलेंसेस।
आप बात 65 की करते हैं, 74 की करते हैं, 75 की करते हैं, आपकी बात
सर अभी रेहान मर गया।
मैं बड़े तहम्मुल से आप लोगों को सुन रहा था
सर। तहम्मुल वामुल छोड़िए, रेहान मर गया है
बोल रहे थे। तहम्मुल से मैंने आपको सुना। आपका
भाईजान तहम्मुल को मारो गोली, रेहान मर गया। मैं कह रहा हूँ
हमेशा आंसू पैर आता है। मैं ये कहता हूँ। दूसरा बात यह है कि आरजू जो बोल रही है, हमारा अजली दोस्त है चाइना, हम उसके साथ बिजनेस ट्रेड करते हैं। हमारे साथ बनने जाते हैं।
सब झूठ। अर्नब, कैन आई जस्ट टॉक फॉर अ मिनट?
तो आपको पहुंचेगी।
आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क देम वन थिंग।
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म पाकिस्तान में मोहम्मद शहबाज साहब जो चाइना के,
कोई नहीं, तुम्हारा भीख मांगने गया था वजीर आजम, उसको कुछ नहीं मिला।
हमारे मुआहदे
क्या लेकर आया चीन से?
और हम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जो मुआहदे उनसे किए हैं उनको
क्या लेकर आया चीन से?
कि मेरे वज़ीर-ए-आज़म पाकिस्तान
भाई, आपका वज़ीर-ए-आज़म क्या लेकर आया चीन से?
बहुत है आपको,
कुछ नहीं मिला।
की तरक्की से है,
कुछ नहीं मिला। तुम्हारे वज़ीर-ए-आज़म को कटोरा लेकर गया।
नहीं, मगर ये जो बात कर रहे हैं, देखिए अभी ये देखिए, पाकिस्तानी ऐसे होते हैं। 1 मिनट इरफान जी, नॉन स्टॉप मत बोलिए, अपने पे लगाम लगाइए, लगाम लगाइए, आप लगाम लगाइए, कंट्रोल कीजिए अपने आप को। आप इमोशनली डिस्टर्ब्ड हैं, आप इमोशनली डिस्टर्ब हो चुके हैं।
मैं आपके झूठ पे
आपको
और मुझे समझ लिया कि मैं हंसूंगा।
ये किसी और को बोलने ही नहीं देते। आपको काउंसलिंग के लिए भेज दूंगा मैं। आपको साइकियाट्रिक जरूरत है, साइकियाट्री की जरूरत है। ये आपको ब्रेकिंग न्यूज दे रहे हैं। अरे भाई रुक जाइए, ये देखिए मेजर जंजुआ, इनको समझाइए कि जो जैशे मोहम्मद के जिस कमांडर को भेजा था आपने रेहान, और ये ऐसा है, ये अपना पीएसओ लेके घूमता है, ये अपना पीएसओ लेके घूमता है। दिस इज अ टेररिस्ट विद अ पीएसओ भी मरा, वो भी मरा, और उसके पास चुप रहिए 1 मिनट, उसके पास M4 राइफल थी, अमेरिकन मेड M4 राइफल थी। पाकिस्तान की SSG यूज करती है कि नहीं? पूछिए इनको, मेजर जंजुआ को पूछिए, पाकिस्तान की SSG यूज करती है कि नहीं? जेट फ्रीक्वेंसी सैटेलाइट कम्युनिकेशन डिवाइस हमारे पास है, हमारे पास है। अभी बताइए मसूद अजहर कहाँ है? ये बताए मसूद अजहर का है। आप हंसिए मत आरजू जी, ये सीरियस मामला हो चुका है। जब हम घुसेंगे हम आपसे मसूद अजहर लेके जाएंगे। मसूद अजहर कहाँ है? मसूद अजहर कहाँ है? वेयर इज मसूद अजहर? वेयर इज मसूद अजहर? बोलिए ना उस्मा जी, वेयर इज मसूद अजहर? स्पीक अप, आई कांट हियर यू। वेयर इज मसूद अजहर?
आप म्यूट कर देंगे जब हम बोलने लगेंगे।
मैं कोई म्यूट नहीं कर रहा। वेयर इज मसूद अजहर? आंसर मी।
मैं ये कह रहा हूं,
आंसर मी।
उसमें आपको जवाब दे रही है।
मैं कह रहा हूं मसूद अजहर, वेयर इज मसूद अजहर? वेयर इज ही?
आंसर दिया,
जवाब दीजिए।
हर बात का जवाब देते हैं।
जनरल बख्शी, ही मस्ट आंसर वेयर मसूद अजहर इज।
कौन सा पाकिस्तानी आपने पकड़ा है?
You have a Pakistani who's come on the program saying hand over Hafiz Saeed to India.
हम नाजायज नहीं मारते हैं किसी को।
See,
जिस दिन मारा सीना ठोक के मारेंगे आप लोगों को।
उसको जेल में क्यों डाला है?
आप लोगों ने उसको जनाब वही वाली कहानी है कि आपने गलत किस्म की वो
जेल में क्यों डाला?
तो अब शुरू हो गए आप।
जेल में क्यों डाला है?
क्यों डाला उसको?
आपके साथ कोऑपरेट करने को तैयार है।
जेल में क्यों डाला उसको?
आपसे बचाने के लिए। आप लोग, आपने एक मासूम शख्स है, उसके पीछे आप हाथ धो के पड़े हुए।
मसूद अजहर
जेल में डाल दिया।
इस Hafiz Saeed or are you actually serious? Arzu, are you seeing? Arzu is laughing. Arzu, she's in denial. Arzu, you must tell her.
उनका एक मदरसा है, वो लोगों को तालीम देते हैं।
तो उसको जेल में क्यों डाला?
हाथ धोके पड़े हुए ना, आपके पास
जेल में क्यों डाला?
ना कुछ और है। अभी आप CPEC आपको हजम नहीं हो रहा, क्योंकि हजम नहीं हो रहा CPEC, तो now you are after China. Why is China so close to Pakistan? China will always be close to Pakistan.
बिटिया, हमने आपको सुन लिया, हमने आपको सुन लिया। जो मैं कहने वाला
Uzma ji, General Bakshi is calling you Bitia and telling you to be quiet. At least be quiet now.
जो मैं कहने वाला हूं वो पाकिस्तान वालों के लिए अहम होगा। जंजुआ साहब,
जंजुआ
आपके इरशाद साहब, देखिए हम में से कोई यहाँ पे चिल्ला नहीं रहा। हम आपको बड़े प्यार से कह रहे हैं कि इफ पाकिस्तान हैज अ डेथ दिस इज द राइट टाइम। प्लीज ध्यान से सुनिए। मैं सारी जिंदगी 41 साल फौज में रहा हूं, आधा समय मेरा मैदान जंग में गया। ठीक है साहब, हम में से कोई चिल्ला नहीं रहा क्योंकि हमारे भी फैसले हो चुके। समझ गए आप? अगर आपको डेथ विश है, आपको मौत की चाहत है, आप अपना मुल्क खोना चाहते हैं, सबसे बढ़िया टाइम है आपके लिए भारत को छेड़ने का, लड़ाई करने का। और कुछ नतीजा लड़ाई का हो ना हो, आपकी इकोनॉमी मैडम तबाह हो जाएगी। प्लीज ध्यान से जो कुछ करना है बहुत सोच समझ के फूंक कर करिए। मैं चिल्ला कर नहीं बोल, मैं गला नहीं फाड़ रहा।
Uzma ji, General Bakshi is a very, very senior, very respected person in India. Please don't speak over him. Please don't speak over him.
Please चिल्लाइए मत. Don't shout. Save your voice. Save your energy. You will need it. You got me? Save your voice. Save your energy. You will need it. आपको जरूरत पड़ेगी साहब। जो जरूरी फैसले हैं वो हो चुके। Don't needlessly invite the economic collapse of your country. अगर आपके और हमारे बीच में लिमिटेड युद्ध भी चलता है,
दुनिया में ये नहीं चलता,
उसका एक अंजाम जरूर होगा। आपकी इकोनॉमी तबाह हो जाएगी। जो छोटी मोटी रिकवरी का आप बड़ी उम्मीद लगा के बैठे हैं, वो खत्म हो जाएगी। पुट दैट इन योर पाइप इरशाद साहब। Janjua and smoke it. Major Janjua, put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm not shouting, I'm not screaming.
He's not shouting.
Look at the past 75 years. Look at the past 75 years. You've been doing this for the past 75 years. Trying to intimidate Pakistan. Trying to intimidate Pakistan. Trying to lobby against Pakistan.
See, I think that...
Beta, I don't get hysterical. Calm down.
You fell flat on your
जनरल साहब, परसों मुझे डर ये लगा था कि आपको हार्ट अटैक हो जाएगा, जिस तरह आप शाउटिंग कर रहे थे। आज आप कह रहे हैं कि शाउट नहीं करते आप। परसों तो आप इतने शाउट कर रहे थे कि मुझे परेशानी हुई कि आप
फैसला नहीं हुआ था।
जनरल साहब नहीं है
और इरशाद साहब, परसों तक फैसला नहीं हुआ था, अब हो चुका।
General Bakshi, I think, General Bakshi, these people are not in, one minute. General Bakshi, I want to bring in Brahma Chalani. Brahma Chalani is on the program tonight. And can I request the Pakistani panelists to be quiet, because I have some very, very senior and significant individuals from the Indian geostrategic establishment. And I think that when General Bakshi says Faisla, I think, can you, Major Janjua, 1 minute. Major Janjua, when, by the way, sir, just a pause, Major Janjua. Leave alone the fact that you have been, speaking over General Bakshi. I would like to bring to your notice, he's the author of over 20 books. He is one of the finest, he can be on air, geostrategic experts today. He is one of Asia's best in terms of wargaming and military strategy. And in terms of his individual research, as we all know, about General Bakshi Saab on the on India's civilizational heritage. He's one of the most erudite military scholars of the country, and I therefore respect him. And to just laugh him over is not okay. But at the same time, Brahma Chalani, when he says that a decision has been taken, and obviously if decisions are taken by a new government, they're not going to be communicated. But I get a feeling that of sort of, deja vu here tonight, Brahma Chalani. The Pakistanis are in that kind of mood that they were in after Pulwama, after Uri, where they felt that India would not respond or that they had the upper hand. They seem delusional to me tonight. How are you viewing things, and what do you think is our likely response?
First, I think I like the suggestion of Arzu to hand over Hafiz Saeed to India.
Yes, sir.
It may be a small step, but it will convey to India that Pakistan is serious about cleaning up its act. It will help to ease bilateral tensions. It will improve diplomatic relations. It will go a long way in lowering the temperature.
Yes.
Second,
do that.
I think we can begin with a more fundamental step. We are discussing how India can carry out cross-border military strikes.
Yes.
But what stops India from designating Pakistan as a state sponsor of terrorism?
Yes.
That's a very basic step. If India cannot designate Pakistan as a state sponsor of terrorism, who else will do that?
Yes.
Certainly not the United States. In fact, the US champions Pakistan as a quote-unquote major non-NATO ally. A non-NATO ally status has been conferred on 17 other countries as well, but not India. The Biden administration even helped Pakistan secure an IMF bailout and then immediately unveiled a $450 million deal to modernize a bankrupt Pakistan's F-16 fleet so that it becomes more lethal against India. So certainly the US is not going to designate Pakistan as state sponsor of terrorism. So let India begin with a basic step.
How would that hurt Pakistan?
We should just designate Pakistan as a state sponsor of terrorism because it is a state sponsor of terrorism. It's not the Pakistani.
How would it change things?
Oh, really?
It will.
Can I respond? With due respect, can I respond? Now you've got your chance. More than 2 minutes. Can I say something? The state sponsor of terrorism definition is what Canadians told you when your official operatives went in Canada and killed a Sikh
That
separatist.
is not correct.
State sponsor of terror. Now, I have not even taken 10 seconds, so give me that chance. And I have never interrupted anybody when
No, but you have to let him complete his point, please. Brain Bakshi, Professor Jailani can continue. He's coming in the 35th or 40th minute of the program. I'll let him complete. I'll let him complete and then you come in.
Americans,
I'd let him complete.
Americans gave you the.
I'd let him complete. Let him complete his point. You don't have to be disturbed. Whatever. See, Major Janjua, हमको जो करना है हम करेंगे. Whatever we have to do with you, we are going to do. But you don't have to overreact.
मैं तो कह रहा हूँ आओ ना खुशबू लगा के. If you have the guts, come over. We'll tell you what you are. Why don't you come? Why do you just sit on the television station and say this?
Major Janjua, आप लोग नहाते वाते नहीं है क्या? खुशबू लगा के. Don't you bathe, you guys? हर समय खुशबू लगा के. Be hygienic. Stop this खुशबू लगा के nonsense.
पे देख लो, सारे देख रहे हैं.
एक छोटी सी बात है मेजर जंजुआ, ध्यान रखना. एक छोटी सी बात ध्यान रखना, मैं बोल रहा हूँ. एक छोटी सी बात ध्यान रखना. अगर मालिक नौकर को पैसे देता है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो दोनों रिश्तेदार हैं. चाइना अगर तुम लोगों को पैसे देता है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि दोस्त है. You have only taken money from China and taken advantage of China, and you have given nothing to China. So stop saying they are friends. They are मालिक हैं आप लोगों के.
आपको इतना
Usman, the largest screen. Usman, the bigger window.
आप भीख मांगिए, आप लोग प्रोफेशनल हैं.
Ladies and gentlemen,
हमारा दोस्त है ना, हम देख लेंगे.
Mayur Rathi says India needs to be ruthless in handling these inhumans. Alok Kapoor says Modi ji should crack the whip and show them who's the boss. Chanda Prabhu says although saying there's a complete failure of intelligence agencies, but understand the government is planning a tooth and nail to eradicate this on my Motorola phone. Carrying on.
चीन के सामने.
That you are exporting terrorism to the whole world. Look at the Khalistani movement.
I'd let Brahma Chalani continue.
You are killing Sikh leaders.
Brahma Chalani ji. Brahma Chalani ji, please continue. In this, what about the military options in your view?
In the US,
what about the military option in your view? Brahma Chalani on the big window.
One can draw from the global.
Louder, Brahma, louder.
The global fight against terrorism underscores two major lessons. Lesson number one is that to prevent more terrorist attacks, it's essential to impose costs on sponsors of terrorism. Now, costs can be imposed in various ways. The costs need not be overt, but it's clear that the costs that India has imposed on Pakistan thus far have apparently been inadequate. Otherwise, the Pakistani military establishment would not have treated the Modi government's third-term inauguration with a series of terrorist attacks. The second lesson that we can draw from the global fight against terrorism is that terrorism cannot be effectively contained if it's treated merely as a law and order issue that requires more and more security. To regard terrorism as a law and order issue is to do what the terrorists want, to sap your strength. No amount of security can stop terrorism if the country is reluctant to go after terrorist cells and networks and those that sponsor the jihadist killers. So defense mechanisms can only have limited utility.
Yeah.
What India needs is a comprehensive strategy with a proactive component that entails going after the terrorists before they strike, and also going after those that are behind them.
Okay, I think that's very well put. I'd like to give just a couple of thoughts as my closing remarks. Viewers, I would like you all to watch Republic very closely over the next few days. I hope not weeks, because we are following our options and what we are likely to do very closely. So do track Republic. That's, we get you on this news first. 3 points. One, what the Pakistanis are doing is at the behest of China. There's no doubt about that. They've been told to do it. Two, the Chinese are irritated because we have stared them back, and the Chinese have shown their irritation in their overreaction through their proxies to Prime Minister's response to his counterpart from Taiwan, congratulating him on his becoming Prime Minister for the third time. The third and fundamental point is this, viewers. China, having been through dramatic growth from the late 90s, mid-90s, till about the 2010s, mid-2010s, knows that India is on the cusp of moving very fast economically, and we are destined to overtake China. And therefore, this is China's attempt at trying to distract India. Our option is at two levels. One, very, very strongly building our military infrastructure. In fact, the Modi government should accelerate that in the upcoming budget, put more money under defense and defense infrastructure, including the building of roads, technology, etc. We must increase the level of technology. Second, we must increase the level of troops. We're told we need about 1.5 lakh more troops. We must quickly recruit them. Third, and ladies and gentlemen, we have to decisively hit at Pakistan. We'll deal with China later. For now, we need to hit at Pakistan and hit very effectively and overtly. I'll see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.